right? So you choose one thing that you think you're having a problem with. Like for me, we tackled money blocks, okay? And so as I'm dealing with money blocks, he starts tapping into the issues of, well, this has something to do with the fact that you're scared to fly. Or when you're in the water, you're scared you're going to drown. Like, well, I can't swim, that makes sense to me, right? So pretty soon, you got like 52 issues that you're trying to work out. And I'm telling you right now that when you look at the 52 issues, like I told him, and I said, Alan, I don't know why. Like, my daughter understands. She's like, yeah, Dad's crazy. But, so I had a hard time, for whatever reason, buying Katarina a Christmas present this year. And the reason why was because I was late. So in my mind, I'm like, well, it's too late. I already screwed up. It wasn't here for Christmas. And so then I got like discouraged with it and everything else. But then the minute I saw Madeline, we got online and we bought all of her dance outfits. We bought like all that they had. And so I'm like, wait a minute, that's so unfair. Like I went out of my way for Madeline. And then Katarina's like, oh, it's okay, Dad, I still love you. You know? And so I asked Alan, I'm like, what's that about? That's like money blocks or something. I can't spend the money. I got the money, but I don't want to spend it. Help me with that. And you know what he found out? We started digging deeper. And see, my daughter Madeline has had a rough life. She was taken away from her dad. I wasn't able to see her. And so she's gone through pain. And so for me, I will spend money on a woman or a girl, a female, when they're in pain. Because I'm trying to relieve that pain. But yet, and this is how it was explained to me, but yet Katarina, she's the happiest kid in the world. Right? And so it's not an urgency. Do you guys understand how intense that is to me? And so when I start looking at these things and I start understanding, I start saying, whoa, so that wasn't just a money block I was dealing with? There's deeper issues? Man, try driving from Vegas to LA with this guy and watch what happens. I'm lucky I didn't wreck on the way over with what I discovered, right? So it's pretty amazing. So now that you have an idea, because we're going to bring somebody up here and like their life is going to change right before your eyes. I want to tap into on what you think that issue should be. I want to come up with it as a group. So does anybody have any ideas? Yes, sir.
Mine is quite often when I'm trying to sell something to a client, I believe it's not enough value and so I add more, and that confuses the deal.
So not believing in the value of what you have to sell.
Correct.
Okay, you got that one?
Yeah.
Okay, what else? Yes?
Your appearance.
Your parents. What
Your
about?
appearance.
Oh, appearance.
Yeah, my eyes, my nose, my teeth, my this, my that. You know, to far as video and things of that nature.
Okay, so confidence in yourself.
Right.
Got that one?
Yeah.
What else? So Hayla. Oh, wait a minute. Not so Hayla. No, go ahead. I'm just playing.
Feeling unworthy.
Ooh, feeling unworthy. Okay, feeling unworthy. What else?
Unsure.
Unsure? More
No,
detail.
like maybe you don't have enough information. Lack of knowledge?
How about confidence?
Yeah, so.
Confidence.
Okay.
What else? Frederick?
Difficulty asking for the money.
Difficulty asking for the money. How many people have that problem? Ooh, good one. What else?
Bad habits?
Mechanics.
No,
Bad habits.
Oh, bad habits. Bad habits or bad parents?
Both?
Bad habits. Okay. Yes.
Being able to deliver.
Being able to deliver. So not having the confidence that you're able to deliver. Right? Yes, sir.
It could just be making things too complicated.
Making things too complicated. Nobody in this room. No. No. What else?
Elephant.
Being the elephant?
Elephant. Because I grew up in another country, in another continent, and
What did she say?
Eloquent.
Eloquent, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so your voice, being able to not convey your voice to that person.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
your
it's like
eloquence,
walking in
of
a
like your accent,
Yeah,
being judged,
yeah.
that kind of stuff. Okay, so it's split.
That's me.
Communication.
Recognizing the right line.
Recognizing what?
The person, is this the person that should get the gift that I have to give?
Oh, recognizing who the right client is? Okay. All right, so I think that's enough. So now let's figure out which one that we are going to tackle, because I want you guys to see this process, because it could take a few minutes. So how do we want to vote? Do we want to vote by show of hands? Do we want to vote by clapping? I want to know which one of these is the one that we're going to tackle. So how would you describe this one? Complicated?
Yeah, it's the people that complicate things.
Okay, people that complicate things. If that's the issue, I want you guys to clap. Okay, you guys gotta play along here. Okay, how about not knowing your value? Okay, how about the confidence in your appearance, demeanor?
Yeah, well, I see
Confidence in
that
yourself.
go with it.
Okay, cross that one off. Okay, how would you explain unworthy?
Not feeling, well, it's also confidence, but it has to do with appearance, not feeling worthy enough. I'm not good enough in order to.
I'm not good enough.
Okay, so.
Okay, but wait a minute. Asking for the money. This is gonna be a tie between those two so far, right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
asking for the money and this one.
Unworthy. Yeah.
Okay, and then
Not being able to deliver.
not being able to deliver. And we tied on that.
And that's pretty strong.
Okay, so we got, so the habits is gone, right? Do we do habits? Bad habits? Do you know bad habits? The person who suggested it better clap. Okay, so here we go. We're down to these three, guys. All right, so everybody's got to play along. Is there four?
Yeah, a judgment and then the right client.
Oh, okay.
So this is,
How about having the confidence to find the right clients? Holy smokes. All right, get rid of that one. And then what was judgment?
judgment was being judged by, is it being judged by others? The eloquence, that was your voice.
Okay, if it's eloquence.
Okay, that's your deal.
All right, okay, cool. So we got it down to three. We got it down to three, okay? Did we hit on delivery already?
Yeah, we talked about delivery, that was really strong.
Okay, that's
This
cool.
was like one.
Okay, so let's do it again, right? So, just explain it again.
Okay, so being unworthy, not feeling worthy enough to draw that client to you. Deserving, being deserving, yeah. There we go.
Okay, and then asking for the money. And then this confidence in delivering the product.
I think so.
Let's do it again. Asking for the money. And confidence in delivering the product.
One stops the other. That's why these two are that strong. Asking, knowing in yourself that that person needs help right now, and I'm not gonna be able to deliver for 2 or 3 weeks, whatever it is, because I got a day job, so I can't ask for the money. So this is kind of congruent. This is kind of stuck together. That's why this is coming out. You guys
Yeah.
realize, like, this is the mega mind, like, we're all putting this together. All these minds together are connecting and going. These are our two biggest issues.
Now here's what's cool, freaky, unreal to me, is when we go and deal with this issue, I can almost promise you it's going to lead into this one. How do I know that? Because that's what happens every time I work with them. I'm like, whoa! I was going to do a lifestyle tomorrow, and you just dived into it right there. From money blocks, we went right into lifestyle. It happens a lot. So, okay, so I'm going to pass it off to you. So we are going to actually deal with the confidence in the delivery, right? That's the winner, okay?
Yeah, yeah.
And so I want you to choose somebody, and then I want you to do what it is you do with me, so that
Okay.
they understand.
Okay.
Okay?
So who has a confidence in delivery issue? Who has got the biggest, who's willing to put their hand up first? You have confidence in delivery? Who's got the confidence in delivery?
Issue or?
Issue, who's got that? Who's got the badge? I got the bid. I can't deliver, so I can't sell, so I'm gonna just be this person that's gonna waste your time at Chili's. Oh, who's got that? Okay. Delivery. How should we do this? Should we go ahead and just?
Ask for volunteer.
Okay, first volunteer, up here. You don't have to have, see? Okay,
Alright, go ahead.
yep, so, okay. So, how many people have their hands up? Okay, so if you had your hands up, this is the thing, I'm gonna go ahead and see if we can tap into everybody's stuff. I'm gonna see, so, you have a delivery issue? Wait, hold your hand, see. Delivery issue, yeah, you have a delivery issue. Who else? Okay, put your arm out straight. Delivery issue, hold strong. Delivery issue, hold strong. Okay. You guys understand, like strong, like I'm a big guy. A delivery issue, you have a delivery issue, hold strong. Yeah, that's me with my big Viking arm. Okay. You have a delivery issue, hold strong. Okay. Okay, I got y'all. But just remember that you guys raised your hands for a delivery issue. Okay. So if this is a common thing within all of us, then maybe we could go ahead and get to the root of it, the common thread. Okay, you have a delivery issue.
Let's get more that way, out of the light.
There you go. How are we gonna do this? Okay, like this? Is this good, Chad?
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a delivery issue, you're worried that you can't deliver. Here's the thing. This is what the insanity is with Sahela. Now, real quick. She has, how many courses in Everlesson do you have?
A lot.
How many?
24.
She's got 24 of her own classes. She's got 1,000 videos. She's worried about delivery. Are you kidding me? LCS?
LCS and Everlesson.
Okay, so she's got, and you deliver those, right?
I have a few members that I do.
Okay. She's worried about delivery though. This is somebody that delivers that's still worried about delivery, okay? So let me go ahead, put a few things down and stuff. I'm gonna have you hold this, hold the mic real quick. Okay, so you, delivery, it's an issue at age 3, okay? This is muscle testing, this is kinesiology, and basically I'll kind of just give you the real quick version of what this is. If I'm holding like the A-OK sign, and I have my thumb, and if I say yes, then I can hold strong. As soon as I say no, I can break the plane easy. No, 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 no. So it's yes, and it's no. So this is how I'm able to test some things. I've been doing this for a really, really long time. Gotten real good at it, real good at my intuition, real good at keying into these things. So she's got an issue at age 3, not following through. You don't have to remember what it was, okay? So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 issues with following through and delivery. So it's following through is another thing. Okay, so that's okay. So it's delivery. Okay, so the issue at age 3, delivering. Okay, what was delivered at age 3? Do you have a sibling who was 2 years younger, 3 years younger? Okay, you're the baby. Okay, delivered. Is it tough living? You think it's tough living? Yeah. Okay, so we almost touched you, okay? So it's tough living, correct?
Yes.
Hold strong. Hold strong. 4 hands, 4 fingers. Okay, so it's tough living, okay? So if you go, let's tap you back to age 2. Say it's tough living.
It's tough living.
No, say it's easy living.
It's easy living.
Okay, age 3. Hold strong.
It's tough living.
Say it's easy living.
It's easy living.
Okay. So the issue at age 3, a little bit. Okay, age 4.
It's tough living.
It's tough living, okay. Hold strong, there we go. It's tough living. It's tough delivering. It's tough showing up, it's tough. It's tough making everybody happy. There we go. I'm always keying onto everything, but it's tough making everybody happy. You got that one? You got that badge? Okay. Tough making everybody happy. Hold this again. Hold again. tough disappointing people. What's wrong? There you go. I feel like a disappointment. I am a disappointment. I hurt because of my disappointment. What are we up to, 5, 6? People disappoint me. People don't follow through. What's wrong? Got all that, right? Can't remember what all those things are, right? I wish I would have written them down, but we'll go through them. So if you guys can remember what they were, then we'll go through that.
Can somebody write that down? Can somebody write these down as we're doing it?
Should have brought the secretary. This is how this goes with Chad and I.
You got it?
We sit down,
But I will now disappointment.
we'll sit down with stuff. We'll write down the main issue, what it is, go through it, go through it, go through it, go through it. Don't necessarily write it all down. But, I know, you do got me sweating. So that you can't, so current time and place, you can't deliver, correct? Okay, say, I can deliver.
I can deliver.
Hold strong. Here's me, the big Viking, 2 fingers. No, you can't deliver. Okay. Here, hold this. Hold her up to the left. Okay, we're gonna go tap current time and place. We're gonna go back through the timeline. This current time and place, we're gonna go back all the way past page 3, all the way to your inception. When you came in as a star, when you're born, coming back, we're gonna go ahead and wrap all that up, put it in your library and be done with it, okay? So, current time and place, I can deliver.
I can deliver.
I'm a disappointment.
I'm a disappointment.
I can deliver.
I can deliver.
I'm a disappointment. You say, I'm a disappointment, say it.
I'm a disappointment.
People disappoint me, hold strong,
People disappoint me.
hold strong. People disappoint you,
People disappoint me.
it's no. Okay, I disappoint myself, hold strong.
I disappoint myself.
Okay, 10 minutes ago, I disappoint myself.
I disappoint myself.
Current time and place, I disappoint myself.
I disappoint myself.
Okay, it's no. No, you're not a disappointment, okay? So now, everybody that held up their hand that said that they couldn't deliver, I just want to go see what happened with everybody. Said you couldn't deliver, right? Hold strong. Say I can't deliver.
I can't deliver.
That's not true. Say I can deliver.
I can deliver.
Say I can deliver. Hold strong. I can deliver. Who else? How about this? I can deliver no matter about my accent. Hold strong. Yeah. Nobody cares about your accent. They care about your heart-to-heart connection. They hear your heart. Okay. So, I can deliver. Hold strong. Can? 5 minutes ago, say I can deliver.
I can deliver.
No, you couldn't. Now,
I can deliver.
you can deliver. See, 4 line. Notice the difference in strength? Okay. Anybody else? 10 minutes ago, Miriam could deliver. Hold strong. No, current time, place. Say I can deliver.
I can deliver.
Yeah, you can. I'm amazing. Hold strong. And we kept it back to yesterday. Say I'm amazing.
I'm amazing.
Hold strong. She got a little some of your juju. It's pretty awesome, right? Who else? Who else?
Some of that.
You'll take some of it? Okay, so I can deliver, hold strong.
I can deliver.
Okay. 20 minutes ago, I can deliver. No. You know, I have issues with my delivery process. Lose confidence. I mean, we can go through. We can do it to ad nauseum. It's about asking the question of what we want to know is truth. Are you delivering? Okay, so I can deliver, hold strong. 10 minutes ago, I can deliver, hold strong. No. Look, I got 2 fingers, and I got 4 fingers. Now I'm a big guy, you know. There's no trickery here. Some people just have different gifts, talents, and abilities, that's all. Some people were kind of, I feel like I was kind of forced to do this work, and I'll tell you guys why. I found out about the doing morning radio in Las Vegas, cutting up, getting paid six figures, having a good time, beautiful wife, beautiful kids, no reason to be upset. And I was actually recording a record at a big studio with a big producer, with rock stars walking in and out, left and right, and thought that's where I was going to land up going anyway. Radio started getting bad, started getting crazy. They said, the numbers went down, we're going to replace you with somebody half your age with half your wage. I said, give me my 6 months. So there was my 22 years of service. So I had this grand plan that I was going to do something else. My band opened up for Guns N' Roses 3 times. Axl Rose sat at the side of the stage the first night that they were supposed to play. Came down, watched our whole set, then he turned around and said, play another 45 minutes. People were so pissed at him, they thought, Axl's up there, he's going to be up there till 3 o'clock in the morning, and he's not going to show up, and he was sitting on the side of the stage the whole time. I thought amazing things were going to happen for me. A year later, I left radio, and I was planning on playing music, and then I woke up, March 13th, my hand couldn't move. March 13th the next year, woke up, arm couldn't move. Both those times it took me 6 months to get it back. The last time I had carpal tunnel on my forearm. I woke up on March 13th again, 3 years in a row. There was something, a nerve in my neck that was pinched. It took me another 6 months to get it back. I couldn't feel what I was playing. I was hearing notes, not feeling them. There was a certain something that came to me and said, what do you want me to do, God? I tried 3 years in a row to try to do this. And the response that I got back in my head is like, you want to do it next March 13th? Because I'm going to break it then. That was my message. That's when, no matter the music that I was creating, it was actually creating to heal people with music. It was matching Beatles frequencies. Being a scientist of music, trying to heal people with words and lyrics, frequency, energy. That wasn't the case. And so I had a bigger purpose to do this work for all kinds of people. I've helped people, probably over 100 people, stop from taking their lives, changing the whole dynamic of their family. I worked for the past 5 years with people that have trauma issues, pains. So the point of it is sometimes you think you know what you're doing, and sometimes your hand has to be forced. I knew the first time that I read a book by Dr. Wayne Dyer when I was probably 19 years old that I was supposed to head that way. But I was just too determined to play the guitar, do music. And so what I'm saying to you is that if I help somebody with a song and they like it and it makes them happy, you change their life for 3.5 minutes, maybe they sing in the car. But when you're able to help people at a core level, in a deeper level, doing something where everybody is putting you in a shooting gallery, that your friends think you're weird, that you're like, oh, here comes this, and you still do it anyway. You go no matter what. I wasn't worried about my friends saying this or that. I was worried about them and their issues, their dramas and abuses that they created for themselves and other people. So I knew by helping them, I was helping them at a core level and helping their families. So I wasn't scared about the broken arm. Of course, I didn't want it. But the truth is, if the arm broke, then I'd probably be here a year later working with Chad on my path to do this kind of work. So what I'm telling you guys is there are phenomena, there are things that we just don't understand. We don't understand. Some people believe in ghosts, people have seen ghosts. There are things that are yet to be figured out by science. What I do know is that it says in the Bible, when two are gathered, it shall be done. So if we two, all of us gather in this massive collection of humans, and that we want to change our lives. And I also figured out one other thing, is that you have to start with the money, the other stresses can be worked out. We gotta start with being able to pay our bills. Then we're less frustrated. Then we're gonna take less out upon our kids, upon our wives. We're gonna keep our marriages together. We're gonna go ahead and make a difference in people's lives. Because the life that you're gonna save next is gonna be a business owner that doesn't realize that they need you. They need your value because you have value. Everybody here in this room has value. And so this isn't some other particular self-help kind of mojo, blah, blah, blah event. I'm not going to have you walk on coals and then Monday you guys feel like crap when you go home. Nothing changes. Walk on coals, drink the Kool-Aid, do all that stuff, rah, rah, rah. Hang around in the stadium with 30,000 other people that are watching rich guys and are paying rich guys to watch how rich they are. I'm telling you is that everything is energy, everything is frequency, everything is vibration. Same with you, same with a plant, same with an animal, same thing.
So, can we do something here?
Sure.
So, how about, and we'll help everybody in the room, because guys, look, when I do this, I never know. And, hey, Angel, can you make sure that because I didn't move it over before I came up here. I never know, like, what's going to come out. And I always give them, like, total transparency, like, it's okay. Like, people can know what I'm dealing with. And then afterwards, I'm like, whoa, we should not have done that. So how about if we all tackle asking for the money, and believe it or not, guys, this is something I struggle with, especially on the phone. And so what I have to do, and I don't want to tell you this, is I just push myself and grind and ask for it. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to say it and get it over with. How many people can relate to that? Do you think the person on the other end of the line picks up on that? They do. They do. So, I'm giving you permission to go deep with me on this. I want them to see that. I want them to see what we do. And then, can you have it to where we're also helping them build at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to talk about asking for the money.
But
Okay.
let's make sure that's something they want. This is
Is
for them.
it something you guys want? Asking for the money?
That's the part that you guys want to see, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Asking for the money. Okay. So worthiness issue. Now, I will tell you is that because we go deep with chat, doesn't mean we're going to get every issue about asking for the money with you. Now, I will say this, is that, especially if you're somebody that believes that you were a king at one time, 400 lifetimes ago, or whatever it was, if you believe that, your body's going to respond that way. So my point is that we're going to give you guys mantras. I'm just going to show you how to do a mantra after this. But, okay, so we'll write this down. And so this has to do with asking for the money. Okay, asking. Let's do this like this. One. Here. I'll muscle this. 1, 2, 3, 8. Okay.
Oh, I'm getting off easy today. It's only 8 issues. It's usually like 68 issues.
I'm writing this kind of comprehensive. That's okay. That's kind of how these issues are. Okay. So, okay. Asking for the issue.
Oh.
Okay. So, Chad asking for money. Okay. It's easy for Chad can ask for the money with grace and ease. It's no. You can't ask for it. Okay. He does. You guys should really see how uncomfortable he is when he's making those phone calls. Because I have seen it. I'm like, dude, you're sweating. You're not. You know, this person loves you. They want to spend money with you. But he's like, anyway, little backstage action there for you. Okay. Okay. So. First issue, asking for money. Okay. Number 1, guilt.
This is gonna get digging,
Guilt,
guys, just to warn you.
guilt.
Can everybody promise me not to be offended or anything with what comes up? Because I don't know what's gonna come up.
Yes.
Sometimes it's like scared of me, crucified on the cross, all kinds of weird stuff comes up. Just beliefs in my head, right?
So, first guilt is worthy, not worthy. It's not delivering, okay, it's guilt. Okay, it's guilt of past deliveries, guilt of past deliveries, okay? This is past delivery, okay? This is like making a mistake in the past. You wanted to help somebody, something went awry, somebody else dropped the ball. Okay, God bans people for worshiping money.
See, there it is, right? That's the absolute truth, because that's all I heard my whole life in church. Right? You look at your bank statement, wherever you spend the most money, that's what you worship. Do you think that does damage? It does.
Yeah, I'm not gonna write it. It's a powerful word, but it's low vibrational, and there's a lot of anger behind that word. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Let's see what else. Okay. Guilt in hurting somebody's family because he's been hurt as well. He takes a lot of his pride in what he does. There's tremendous guilt of not delivering, and he knows how bad not delivering hurt his family. So he doesn't want to. He doesn't. This is part of the reason why he. Let me say. This is part of the reason why you don't say. You don't send people to the back of the room so they can go ahead and finance things and they can go do all that like on like a crazy level. Like you don't have a finance company set back there the whole bit and tell you to dig into your 401k, all that stuff. He doesn't do that.
We did once, I didn't like it.
Yeah, he hated it. So that's also a trauma from that event. Okay. So okay. Guilt about.
I will tell you, he's dead on the money when he sings. Guys, it happens. We go through 68 issues. I'm like every single one of them, all the way down to I wanted a little dog when I was 7 years old, are like dead on.
Dog? Yeah, that's an issue. Okay.
I was just using that for an example.
No, but that's,
Maybe-
see, but that's the magic of being human. Something comes up. You're supposed to deal with it. You know, remember that the law of pain, when that painful emotion comes up, deal with it. It seems like it's simple, not about your dog, but it is. You know, and people, I mean, how many people have, you know, you tear up when you think about trauma that has happened when you're a kid. You know, when you lose a dog or when a grandparent dies or whatever. It's pain, it's trauma, it needs to be dealt with, so.
But the dog has nothing to do with asking for money, right?
Yeah, it does.
It does?
Yeah.
Dogs cost money, right? I mean.
Here, let me dig deeper. Okay.
I was totally just making that up.
He thought.
I thought.
Okay, it's like this. If you don't do this, if you don't do this, you don't do that, you don't do this, you can't have an animal. You don't do your chores, you don't eat your peas, you don't do this, you know, it's like all these. Yeah. Okay, so you can't have this. If you don't do this, you can't have this. So it's like, anyway. Okay.
Are you guys seeing how we tap into things all day long? And do you see why I'm like, hey, come here tomorrow, I'll be there 8 hours, like, I'm fully invested, like whatever it takes. Like, get me fixed, right?
Okay, so. Money causes death. So money is related to wars, that kind of thing. When you ask for money, that's really weird. Hold on just a sec. Okay, so asking for money is like,
it's like sending people to the slaughterhouse, it's like causing wars, it's like everything that's related to money, all the evil, it's like all the bankers, it's all that stuff. It's like, so asking for it is asking for evil. Asking for money is like asking for evil, okay?
I think I'm in the wrong business.
Yeah, okay, that's really, so a lot of times when people have, we don't really understand how deeply we process things. You could hear something and take something away different than I would. So there is a lot of guilt that's put into giving to churches and things like that. We're taught to give to the collection plate, and then we see the pastor speed off in the Cadillac or whatever, and your family's barely putting, food on the table. So it's like there's a disconnect with that. And they're like, wait, how does that work with God? How does that work with, if we spend all this money on going to war in another country, and then we have 50,000 or 100,000 homeless vets? I mean, what makes sense with all that? You know what I'm saying? So there's all kinds of things that weaken our thoughts about money. Okay, ask. Money is evil. Okay, 7. Okay. If I want it, I am evil. If I want money, I have horrible penmanship, especially sideways like this with the money. Okay. So if I want money, I am evil. Okay. Okay, the other? Okay. Are we okay to say whatever?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
It's his birthday. I'm trying to take it easy on you guys. He and I get a lot more frank when we sit down with everybody else is not around.
I just don't want to scare anybody.
We don't want to scare anybody.
That's why we did this, because it didn't scare them.
No, I won't scare anybody. That's fine. Juan, you were saying say something?
Well, no, I was saying his post is talked about the rebirth, so it's okay. He's gonna have a rebirth.
Yeah, no, that's what this is all about. Okay. Money didn't save my marriage. Money isn't going to save my kids. Money isn't going to save my life. That's why there's a disconnect. And here's the thing that's screwed up about that, is when you provide great value to people in this society, on this earth, how do we show that? We transfer money. We pay for it. Sometimes we pay dearly for it. And so, Chad, okay, so we're going to tap in guilt on past deliveries. Guilt that God will damn you if you make money. Guilt, this was another delivery kind of issue. Delivery, past deliveries. Okay, but there's another guilt issue. Can we ask what this is? It's weird, it's kind of like a division thing that was written on accident, so. Okay, so we have to divide guilt. You guys understand the concept of divide and conquer, right? You divide something, you conquer it, You got two people, you cut the pizza in half. You give one to the other person, one to the other person, you're conquering it. Cut it into 8 slices, 8 of you are conquering it, or in my house, I get 2 or 3 and then my daughters and wife get the rest. So. Anyway, not being able to have something unless you have money and unless you went through all the steps. Okay, asking for money is evil, and then if you ask for money, that you are evil, and then if you are evil, who are you? If you're the ultimate evil.
The devil.
Yep. It's sold to us. It's a bill of goods. And then, if I'm evil, I can't solve my marriage with money. And there's no reason to ask for the money because I can't save my marriage because the marriage is already dissolved, it's been divorced. We're going to tap all these issues in. Now, I'll show you how this works. Is Chad, put your left hand just on the paper. Okay, hold strong. Hold strong. This is a big guy. I got 2 fingers doing this. Okay, take your hand off. There, yeah, hold strong. 2 fingers, 4 fingers, strong. Okay. So, we're going to go ahead and here, hold this. There. Okay. This is current time and place. We're going to go ahead and tap this back. We're going to go back on the timeline. Grab it all, grab all the energy, compress it, put it in your library, be done with it, so it is. Take ownership of it. Chad can ask for the money, current time and place. It's easy to ask for money. 10 minutes ago, Chad can ask for the money with grace and ease. Current time and place, Chad can ask for the money with grace and ease. Yes. Put your hand on there. Hold strong. Isn't energy crazy? Just a paper, just words. So, doesn't matter that money can't save my marriage.
You want me to say that?
Yeah, I say it.
It doesn't matter that money can't save a marriage.
10 minutes ago, it doesn't matter that money doesn't save my marriage.
It doesn't matter that money can't save a marriage.
No. Money matters, hold strong 10 minutes ago.
Money matters.
Yeah. I hate money 10 minutes ago.
I hate money.
Hold strong. There we go. It's like an iffy kind of thing. I hate money, I need
I
it.
hate money.
Yeah, hold strong. Current time and place, I hate money.
I hate money.
No. 10 minutes ago,
I hate money.
okay. I have a love-hate relationship with money.
I have a love-hate relationship with money.
Yeah. Current time and place?
I have a love-hate relationship with money.
Yeah. Current time and place, I love money.
I love money.
I can ask for it.
I can ask for
I
it.
deserve it.
I deserve it.
Okay. Anybody else okay with wanting money? Deserving of money?
Yes.
Okay. So just real quick, yeah,
Each of us?
okay. We're gonna test it with, I'll tell you what. Go ahead.
So, when I demonstrated this the other day, somebody took me aside, they're like, Chad, that stuff's not real, it's all in your head. I'm like, good. And when I get results from it, good, that's what we wanted, right? Whatever the case may be, I don't have to understand it, I just know it works. Right?
Yeah. But the truth is, it is in your head, and it's in every one of your cells. And so, when 2 people gather and decide that we need to be done with it, now this is, I'm showing you how a cellular release works on different levels. But it's not to say that you haven't sat down with a psychiatrist or a coach or somebody, and there hasn't been a thought process that's helped you get over something, whatever it is, whatever that issue is. And if you got over it, chances are there was a cellular release. It just wasn't stated as such. So, and to be honest with you, if everybody knew about this kind of stuff, traditional psychology and psychiatry they wouldn't be giving you a pill because you're sad. You'd have to deal with your issues. You got to deal with your traumas, your pains. So, I'll give you this back real quick.
Let's see if we help them with something else.
Okay, so let's see if we
Did you tap into them too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You get this stuff kind of by osmosis, kind of hanging out with people. It's kind of like you hang out with somebody long enough, you start talking like them, you start acting like them, you start feeling better. You know, if you hang around with a bunch of, people from the neighborhood that aren't, creating the life that they want to create, then you can easily pick up on those habits. Part of that is through energetic ways. So when you start hanging out with people on a high level, things start happening better for you. Start getting better clients. Start thinking better for yourself. Start doing better. So who had a problem with asking for money? Okay, so let me just check you. Say, okay, so let's go a half hour ago. Zach asked for money. Hold strong. You see that that's like me, big guy with 2 fingers, right? It doesn't make sense, right? None of this makes sense, right? Who cares? If it works, it works. So, current time and place, I can ask for money. Yeah, it's easy to ask for money. Hold strong. Yeah, I'm worth it. I got provide value. Okay, 10 minutes ago, let's go a half hour ago, I'm worth it. I provide value. Boing, 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 boing. It's like a basketball. Okay, so I'm worth it. I provide value. I can ask for the money. Damn right you can. Same thing with everybody. If you tap into it just by being in this room, if you had just a tinge of that, you can do that. All we're doing is following after each other. You understand? It's just energy. Everything's energy. So we just get rid of our crap. That's what we did on a cellular basis. That people just want to feed you Kool-Aid, they want to sell you to the next level. So, Samantha?
I wanted to kind of back up just a tad bit when
Yeah.
we're doing the delivery part of it.
Yeah.
Because I think what's so important about this experience, and for me, I'm confident in me because I know my level of integrity and my positioning. Where I had a problem with the delivery is, because I heard you say that the delivery system.
Yeah.
And so I held back a lot of times in moving forward because I didn't feel confident in the platforms or the softwares or to make sure that it was at the level of the integrity that I wanted to bring to the table. So
Yeah.
I wanted to share that. So when you came back and did the testing, all of this is fulfilling my confidence with the software, with the delivery mechanism, with the system.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that. Give her a hand, by the way.
Who else? What's happening to this?
Who else do we have? Who's really been struggling with asking for the money? Okay. So we test you. Okay. So say I'm worth it, I can ask for the money.
I'm worth it, I can ask for the money.
Let's go a half hour back. I'm worth it, I can ask for the money.
I'm worth it, I can ask for the money.
So now watch how strong you are. My big hand, say half hour ago, I'm not worth it and I can't ask for the money.
I'm not worth it, and I can ask for the money.
I can't. Yeah. Okay. So some of the times I just do this like a little bit because I don't want to go ahead and I can completely push your arm down if I want. So say current time and place I can ask for the money. Hold strong.
Current time and place, I can ask for the money.
Yes. So that's my you see the difference between that? So anyway, she got a little bit of that by osmosis. So anyway, give her a big hand. So
Tackle the third with somebody else if they want to.
tackle the third with somebody else.
There was
if you want
three of
to.
them, remember that word?
Yeah, it was asking for it, it was delivery.
In judgment, I believe.
Was it judgment?
So help me understand, like, I gave you permission to go deep with me.
Yeah.
Right, but if somebody else comes up here, like, you're gonna be sensitive unless they get permission.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm not gonna say, because you had a weird uncle at age 3, blah, blah, blah. But there's something in me that knows some of these things, and I just keep it to myself. It's not that important. It's not. The point is not to hurt people. Is that you just bring up what they need to be brought up and just deal with those issues. So somebody that wants to work on
We'll pick one more and then you can tackle the last one.
okay, who's really struggling with, is it worthiness? Is that what we said that we're going to do? Worthiness? Worthy. You? Or not? You gave me a look like, I'm thinking about coming up. You want to come up? Okay. Give it a big hand. Okay. Hold strong. Okay, so we're gonna go worthiness issues. How should we go, Chad? Like this, or
You're good.
okay? Worthiness issue with her has to do. People see me for who I am. Hold strong. People see you for who you are. They see. Here's the thing. People are in judgment. People don't see, they see gray hair, they say, oh, that person can't do anything for me, or that person doesn't have expertise, that person isn't this, that person isn't that, that kind of thing. So people will see you for who you are. Okay, so it's,
Can you write this down?
yeah, write that down. Being worthy of who you are. dying, by the way, we need to replace these batteries. There. Okay, so with you, okay, we're in this issue, this is a bloodline issue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 generations, mom's side, dad's side. Dad's side, 9 generations. Does your dad have a word in this issue? Do you know some of the side of the family with words in this issue?
A little, just very little.
Yeah, it's okay. So it doesn't have to be, sometimes it's invisible, sometimes it's like a body billboard, or where it's an invisible billboard to you, but everybody sees it coming. So it's like that person isn't worthy, or they just snap judgment. So the other thing is, people judge me. People lie. Okay. So it's people lie. The people stolen from you? Okay. Big money?
Big one.
Okay. Say big money, hold strong. You know, I told all you guys to silence your phones. I know it's India, I'm sorry. They're calling me about a website that I just bought, domain. Okay, so if you say big money, hold strong. Yeah, it makes you weak. So if you say,
Well, to me, big one.
yeah, to you big money, but I don't, how about this? You hold strong, say, I don't want money.
I don't want one.
Yeah, it's true. I don't want money because if I have money, people will steal it. She says, yeah. I'm holding strong, right? Okay, okay. So, what is it? Is that 4 issues?
I mean, it's a little more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7, okay. So 7 issues. Should we go any deeper? Hold on. Surprised I got one. Okay, so there's one more big issue. So one more big issue. What's one of your biggest issues about money? This has been a lot about me answering questions, and then you guys coming, oh, that seems like it works. That seems like it works. What is some other money issue?
The one that comes most to mind is that, who am I to ask for more?
Oh, that's strong. Why would her body respond to that? Who am I to ask for more? Yes. Who am I? Why not you? You get emotional,
I am.
right? Why not you? Why are you unworthy? What, because gray hair? I got gray hair. Why are you unworthy?
Because everybody in my family's always done and never asked for anything, just always did what they did, proud of people.
Yeah.
Never complained.
So just people, hardworking people, just from the factory, right? Just working everybody working, just some farmers or just local factory or local business or whatever, just swing a hammer, you know, until it's time for retirement. Got nothing left, right? Just the family home, that kind of thing. So this is gonna blow your mind, because if I make money, it's gonna make everybody else feel bad. And I'm gonna hurt my family. Then I'm gonna hurt the ones I love. If I'm rich, I'm gonna hurt the ones I love. If I make easy money, then it makes all their hard work and hard times negligible. Yeah. It diminishes who they are if I make money. Yeah. Okay. You ready to get rid of that?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Amen, right? Timeline. We're gonna go ahead and just pull that right here from you to your existence. We're gonna go back through your family bloodline all the way to their inception, all the way back. You got 3 cousins in the room somewhere.
Awesome.
Way back, way back. So, family, tap the back. Now, you ready to be done with this? Okay. Current time and place. Back at the root where it started. Close it up. Fight me. Close it up. Okay, now, hold it. Okay, it's compressed. You're done with it, right?
Right.
This is a chapter in your life you're done with, right? You're done with it. You're done with being humble, and you understand what money can do, right? Money can bless your family. We're going to command this work. You're going to own this situation, this feeling that you're going to hurt people, that if you don't move forward, or that if you make them small because you make money, you're going to own that for the rest of your family and the rest of your family bloodline going forward. We're going to take this, we're going to put this in your family library. We're done with it, okay? And so it is, okay? I'm rich.
I'm rich.
I can be rich.
I can be rich.
I am rich.
I am rich.
I can be rich and bless my family.
I can be rich and bless my family.
Okay. I can be rich without taking away from my family,
I can be rich without taking away from my family,
without hurting my family.
without hurting my family.
And now that I have this humbleness,
And now that I have this humbleness,
I can take that money and bless people.
I can take that money and bless people.
Amen.
Amen.
There we go.
Yes.
Right?
Make sure we're using the microphone. I don't know if it's on the.
Oh. It's a little hard to do that. Okay. Now, anybody in the room a skeptic? It's okay. I just want to find one. You're a skeptic? Okay.
Not in what you're doing, but I'm looking for something that's duplicatable. I don't have duplicate.
Okay. I'm going to teach you some magic.
Okay.
I'm going to teach
That's
you.
what I want to know. Am I going to be able to duplicate that for myself? Do I have to go find a guru like you to stay beside me and change me so I can go to the office and do that? I need a process.
Okay. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to teach you how to fire me.
Okay.
Okay? I'm going to teach you how to fire me. Come on up. What's your name?
Clarence.
Clarence. Come on up in front. Everybody give him a big hand. Okay. Clarence. What's your biggest issue?
Make sure.
Making sure you can deliver. Okay? So,
And the main is because I don't trust leaving something in somebody else's hand. I always want to be hands-on, and I don't have time to be hands-on. I need to be able to trust.
you can sell, but you can't be a control freak, right?
Right.
You know who you can trust to deliver? Zohela. Who knows LCS? Who knows Everlesson in here like the back of their hand? Seth can deliver. Wesley can deliver. Roscoe can deliver. Courtney, right?
90% of what I can.
Okay.
is
Okay.
private network.
Okay. So there's your delivery partners. And so you guys can split the monies. You can figure out how to be fair with each other, how to be kind. There's enough for everybody. Can you drink all the water in the ocean? You don't. You don't even want like a little bit of it, too much salt. But anyway. But the point is there enough for all the fishes? Yeah. So the point is, are you a man of faith? You believe in God. You believe there is a God. Okay. Now, if I say that God is the intelligence within, would you believe me? Is that something that you believe, that there's an intelligent life that's within our DNA? Okay, right? Okay. Say, I can't deliver. I can't deliver. Hold out your hand. Say, I can't deliver. Hold strong. No, you can't deliver. But it's deeper than that. It's that I can't trust people.
I can't trust people.
I can't trust people who don't deliver.
I can't trust people to deliver.
Yeah. I'm trustworthy.
I'm trustworthy.
Yeah, you are. I can't trust people who deliver.
I can't trust people to deliver.
Okay. Hands on your heart. You're a man of faith, right? Okay. As God is my witness,
As God is my witness,
I command.
I command.
Doesn't sound like a prayer, does it? It's okay. It is. That my faith is restored in people.
That my faith is restored in me.
That I can trust people.
That I can trust people.
And I am done with this part of my life of not being able to trust people.
I am done with this part of my life of not being able to trust people.
I extract it.
I extract it.
I library.
I library.
I compress it.
I compress it.
I command it signed, sealed, and delivered.
I command it signed, sealed, and delivered.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And if you want to say amen, you say amen.
In Jesus' name.
You say amen, right? Okay. Hold strong. I can trust people.
I can trust people.
See the difference? 10 minutes ago, I can trust people.
I can trust people.
Current time and place, I can trust people.
I can trust people.
I know who to trust.
I know who to trust.
I can trust him.
I can trust him.
And I can trust him.
I can trust
And I
him.
can trust her.
I can trust her.
And I can trust Wesley.
And I can trust Wesley.
And I can trust Zoela
I can trust Slade.
to deliver for me.
Can you trust me?
And I can trust Chad because he gave you this amazing gift on his birthday.
I can trust Chad.
Okay, now let's go back a half hour. I can trust Chad.
I can trust Chad.
Hold strong. No, you can't.
We're gonna have a talk.
Yeah. I can't trust anybody a half hour ago. Yeah. You understand, trust is about not delivering, also can go to relationships, friendships. It's not just about business. So when I told you guys in the beginning, everything matters, everything does matter. You know, if you've had somebody that deceived you, that betrayed your trust, you don't have a problem with trusting people. And what if it's somebody part of the opposite sex? You don't trust men. Not only do they take your money, but they steal. And they leave nasty stuff on the soap.
And they post a bunch of stuff
Whatever.
on Facebook.
And they post stuff on Facebook. And they're bad. Anyway. Do you feel better? Okay, I'm going to send you guys all the text of what that is. So this is the first time I have shared this with a group of more than 2 people. I've only shared this with probably a dozen people. It's a cellular release prayer. There's a way to do it. I kind of jump around different ways, but whatever. But it starts as God is my witness. Now, in the Bible, it does say you need a witness for the situation to be relieved when 2 or more are gathered. So when you're alone, who better a witness than the creator of all there is, of all the intelligence? God. You know what I love about this prayer is that when I get atheists up here, oh, they don't like it. When they say, "Is God is my witness," and then their body releases, then they start becoming agnostic. So the point is that you need to get back to understanding your intuition and pick out some good people in this room to go ahead and spend the next 3 days with. Because if you don't understand LCS like they do, then they can go ahead and deliver for you. You guys just be fair with each other, love each other, respect each other. Awesome. Give them again. So that's absolutely, I'll send you that so you can fire me. That's just one way to do it. There's many ways to do cellular releases. So we just had to do that with I think Chad's going to have a talk with me later about creating that. Because I'm not exactly sure. Where do we need to go back on the slideshow?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Ask them, it's their event.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
here's the thing, as you're doing that, they're also benefiting from that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
they are.
you guys believe that, yes? He's proving that, right? Okay. I don't like things scripted. I like things to be real. Like, because that's when magic happens. That's when doors open. That's when opportunities persist.
You just get this, find this. Okay, so we'll start from right here. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a timer clock on this. Does anybody have any questions about any of this? Give me a hard question, I don't care. Okay, hold on real quick, in the back there.
I've been doing a lot of work with it, I'm pretty good, but there's still like some residue. But dealing with superstitions, when you grew up in a superstitious family.
Okay, so what I'll do is I will send you that. You know what? You guys can all, I'm going to get the number to text me. It's gonna give an autoresponder or whatever, but just text me, okay? 702 726 2909. Seven 726-2909. Okay, just go ahead and just text me, just say, I want the release prayer. And then, hey Al, it's so-and-so. Hey Al, or Alan, it's whomever it is. Just go ahead and text me. And here's the thing. I'm going to ask you to do it right now, and I'm going to take my phone and I'll put it so it doesn't just beep me. I don't get 33 beeps all in a row. 726-2909. Okay, I'll make sure it's completely off. So what it'll say is relational lives and all that stuff. Okay. So what it'll say is, welcome to Elevation Center. We can call you and we'll get back to you soon, that kind of thing. You'll get an autoresponder back. But what I'll do is I will text you that cellular release prayer. So you can say it, you know. But I don't know why it is. If you take as God is my witness out of it, it doesn't work. I don't know why. I think God gets left out of everything.
Can you repeat the number again, please?
702-726-2909. And I will send you that personally. Just saying, hey, this is your name. And I'll send you that. I think this is on. There we go. You guys have no idea the chords that we didn't have, that we had to get it fries at 10:01. Putting this together. But anyway. So, other questions? You did have a question? Question?
Yeah. It's so personal that it may actually affect some others. Can I move it? So when I was like in high school, I learned to do something and I got really good at it, and the other kids started calling me a cheater.
Yeah.
And it got a little hard to deal with because the people around school I didn't even know started calling me a cheater because I was good at some stuff, and I started to internalize that and make it.
Assumption about yourself, a judgment.
Well, I didn't want to be that way in people's lives.
Yeah.
So I have some skills. I can actually learn stuff and do really, really good. But I have this background context, like if I get really good and succeed, people are going to think I'm cheating.
Yeah.
So I kind of have a glass ceiling I hit, and it's like.
Yeah, we call that a financial salary cap, an energetic salary cap.
It's not just finance, it's everything.
It's everything, yeah. Some people, it's just, they get to a certain point where they just can't go any further.
Yeah,
And
because
so-
I'm not going to be perceived or.
It's perception, yeah, so you worry about. So maybe I can go ahead and just text you a way to figure that out.
I mean,
And
is that something like, I'm just trying to
It's,
figure it out.
energetically, you're holding it. It doesn't feel good for you to be like that. It doesn't feel like to have a block right here, or have a block right here, or have a block right here. It
Is that
doesn't.
something,
You find out what it is.
is that like self-confidence or some of these other things?
Well, yeah, it's part of self-confidence. Do you want to come up here and work on it? We do one more person?
Sure.
You guys okay with that? Okay.
Is this anybody else kind of relation to this?
Yes.
Yeah, if you've got something more than somebody else, it's ill-gotten gain, right? Tom Brady's a cheater. He's also, well, maybe he is, and maybe Belichick is, and all that other stuff. But the point of it is, doesn't take away that he's gotten to the points of where he's great at things. Now, winning at all costs when you have to cheat, you know, you guys know this lack of integrity and all that doesn't make you feel good, and the money doesn't stay around if you cheat like that. So, no, not at all. It's what people put upon you, and therefore you don't want to be perceived as a cheater, because if you're perceived as a cheater, then, you know, then what goes with one cheat? Lie, steal, blah, blah, blah. You know, where do you get the money? You know, you drive, as soon as you pull up in a new car, oh, where do you get the money? I used to have a friend that used to make twice as much money as I did. And he said, I just liked things differently than he did. If I had $20K, I'd buy myself a classic car. But then if you buy yourself a classic car, to him, it was, if I had your money, I'd earn mine. That's what he used to tell me. And I was like, wow, really? Because I know what you make, you know? But his wife didn't like to work. That was one thing. She was one of those gals that used to sit around all the time. And whatever came on, whatever kind of education came on, be a doggy vet, be a this, be a that, learn phlebotomy. She talked him into about 10 different classes, and she never used it. But I'm the big jerk because I wanted a classic car. Stupid, right? Right? Stupid. So the point of it is you don't want to be perceived, so you're perceived as a cheater. Hold strong? Yes. Okay? So, you remember that time? Okay, so what age? Full strong? 13, 14, yeah. So age 10, I'm a cheater, full strong. No. 11, full strong. 12. Get to 12. 13. 13, I'm a cheater. Current time and place, I'm a cheater. Yeah. You know, it's just people perceive me as a cheater. Therefore, they put that body billboard on me. Okay? So, okay, hold your heart and both hands. And I own being perceived as a cheater.
I own being perceived as a cheater.
I'm complete with it.
I'm complete with it.
I extracted
Extracted.
my library.
My library.
And I command the download of being perceived as the awesome human being I am. I command the download
I command the download.
of being the awesome human being that I am.
Being awesome human being.
Then people see me for who I am.
And people see me for who I am.
And so it is.
So,
Okay. Is there one other thing? No. Yes? No. Who else doesn't see you for you? Somebody else accused you of being a cheater? Yeah, since then. You ever cheated on a girlfriend? No, good man.
well,
There we go. Now I know I'm in a room full of guys. They thought, oh, they accused you of being a cheater. Really? Okay. And they did.
it's not real anymore.
Oh, okay. So you didn't. No. Come on, man. We're among friends. You can tell me. No.
I've thought about it.
He's okay. But he didn't go through with it, right? Okay. So now that we've owned that, well, let's tap you back a half hour and say, I'm perceived as a cheater. I wear that. I wear that badge. People see me as a cheater. girls in my past have accused me of cheating. Yeah, when I didn't cheat. Here we go. And boy, I wanted to though. Okay. Okay. So current time and place, people see me as a cheater. Hold strong. No. People see me what an awesome human being I am. Okay, half hour ago, people see me as the awesome human being I am. Hold strong. Boing, 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 boing. Okay, that's it. It's simple. So, but other people got that. Who else has got that? Being accused of being, Chad's got that.
So I don't think the word is cheater, but the word is scam. So can you see if that affected?
Oh, okay. Okay, wait, let's see if this affected Chad, okay? So we'll go back a half hour. Chad, people see Chad Nicely as a scam. Ooh, they see that ugly body billboard. Chad Nicely, the scam. Who in this room would agree that Chad Nicely is a scam? Well, nobody's tough enough to do that on his birthday anyway. Nobody's ballsy enough, are they? No? Okay. So nobody would see Chad Nicely as a scam. Okay. They would see Chad Nicely as a person who cheats. Hold strong. No, they wouldn't see that. Okay. So now, current time and place. People see Chad Nicely as a scam. Hold strong. Hold strong. No. I'm not seeing this as a scam. Here's this. So you, by osmosis, got some of that.
Not the business. It's not him that.
Okay, to see that Chad's business is just like every other scam artist. Hold strong. No.
Is the affiliate marketing stuff.
Affiliate marketing. Chad's the same as all the other affiliate JD Zoo idiots out there trying to sell me shit for $37.
There's the one we're real looking for.
Yeah. Chad's the same. Yeah. A half hour ago, Chad's another one of those Anik Singhal, Grant Cardone, blah, 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 a guy that's wanting to go ahead and take your money at $37 a month and upsell you to $197 to $297 to $397. You know, he's one of those rich guys that, how about this? He's one of those rich guys that stands in front of some rich guy's neighbor's house with somebody else's car and takes pictures a half hour ago. Oh, he's that guy. Current time and place. People see him as that guy. It's no. It's no. And I've been to his house and I've driven his Escalade and I know that it's you. Some of you have been to the Evermentor Mansion. So scam. Wow, what a gift that was. Thank you for standing up. Because Chad's been saying this has been his rebirth for a while, that his birthday was going to be a rebirth of him and what he wanted to do in his life and his lifestyle. And so if he's perceived as a scam or a scam artist, then he can't 100x his business like he wants to. So it's just thank you for that. He's just really amazing. So give him another hand, please, 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 please.
Hey, Alan, I got a question.
Okay.
I know I'm totally interrupting your schedule here. I'm good for that. But so when you attend our mastermind, like you have told me you pick up on like the biggest issues in the room. Like if somebody's sitting next to you or somebody over there isn't tuning their like. So are you picking up on anything in this room?
Oh, I mean, it's like overkill. But,
is there like one specific person or thing that has something that would like change your life today that you're picking up on? Now they don't have to if they're open to it.
Yeah.
But I know, guys, he knows things. He picks up on things. Like I'm like, hey, let's go out to lunch or whatever, and he's like, well, what was that thought about? I'm like, what are you talking about? Right? And it's like because. So I have a fear of chiropractors, and I just saw my chiropractor walk by, and he like sensed the change with me like instantly, and all I was doing was just holding regular conversation to pick up on it.
Okay. I would say this will get a little bit personal, but it's important. Okay, it's really, really, really important. Something that's holding back. It's a female. okay? It's one female that's in here, and part of the reason why this is a gift for you, but it's also a gift for Chad, is that Chad and I share we both have daughters. That's the one thing that we do share. We both have 2 daughters, and I can't imagine the moments that some sort of intrusion can create for somebody. So there's a female in this audience, and I'm not going to ask you questions about it. I'm not going to muscle test it to death, but I know what you're holding. So if you want to get rid of that, you can come up. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you. But that's one massive issue.
Can you be more specific with the issue, because I didn't get it?
Oh, it's a Me Too moment. But it's not, you don't have to own it. What I'm saying is you don't have to, I don't want to know about it. I don't have to test it when it happened and how it happened. I just want to get rid of it. So if somebody wants to, it's pretty ballsy to ask somebody to come up here and step up, but this is one thing that somebody needs to take care of. Now, if you choose not to come up, you come to the back of the room when we're done this evening and get rid of that. So get rid of that energy of something being forced upon you. Okay. Okay.
And so is that her?
Is that her issue?
No. Is this the girl that you were?
It's the first one that came up. So I'm not sure who's going to get.
Okay.
There was one that really needed it most, right? Okay.
Just stand away from the screen, though.
Okay. Come on, let's go this way. Okay. Just hold your arm strong and hold that way. Hold strong. Just say men.
Men.
Hold strong. How are you going to sell to businesses if half of your clientele may be men?
Don't sell men.
Yeah. I know. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm trying to figure out the best way to make this work.
Can you go a little more to your right? Like, I really want to get this. And make sure she uses the microphone.
Okay. Here, you know what? I'm going to have you, here, you hold the microphone. Okay. I'm going to use this arm. Hold strong. Okay. So if you say men,
Men.
hold strong. Just makes your body beat. She's had something happen to her she's not proud of. Somebody's taken something that wasn't theirs to take. You don't have to. Just the fact that she's standing up here, is that enough for you guys to believe her, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, put your arms on your hands and on your heart. Close your eyes. Say, I take back my power
I take back my power.
someone took from me.
Someone took from me.
It wasn't their right.
It was not their right.
And I forgive myself
I forgive myself
for anything that I blame myself about,
for anything that I blame myself about,
or whatever I wasn't able to do to protect myself.
or whatever it was. Can you say that again?
Or for whatever it was that I couldn't do to protect myself.
Or for whatever it was I could not do to protect myself.
I'm ready to let it go.
I'm ready to let it go.
I'm ready to give to myself again.
I'm ready to give to myself again.
And so it is.
And so it is. Amen.
Amen. So it is. So I take back my power.
I take back my power.
I take back my glory.
I take back my glory.
I can sell to the opposite sex without intrusion.
I can sell to the opposite sex without intrusion.
My clientele is 100% of all human beings.
My clientele is 100% of all human beings.
Hold strong. So, say males.
Males.
Hold strong. 10 minutes ago, males.
Males.
anybody else has got that badge, you don't have to admit it. Just know that it's done, it's over, because she had enough stones to step up here and take her power back. Amen, right? We might be here for a while. This is the first one she's got from a man that has no ill intentions in a long time.
She helped a lot of guys too that did this happen to their sisters.
Yeah, she helped a lot of guys that this happened to their sisters, right? See, one thing I didn't tell you is 75% of my last practice for my past 5 years was female. 25% of those were male. And probably 25% of those males admitted to some sort of intrusion upon them, making them feel less than. Do you think that hurt their business? Hurt everything. Guys coming in, don't know if they're straight, don't know if they're gay, they don't know anything. Because they're broken. Because one way brings them pain, one makes them hurt one way or the other. It's all confusion. So, anyway, give her a big hand, like a massive. So, I don't even know what we just did. I'm kind of floored. I didn't think we were going to be getting that way, because this is a business.
No.
This is a business seminar. This is for adolescents, but the truth is if you have that and you're carrying that around, does it affect your business? If everything matters? Yeah, it does.
So I gotta ask, like,
Okay.
that's why I'm like, whoa. Like, anything else in the room?
Man, I don't know how further we can go down the rabbit hole. Like, just
I mean, if they choose to stand, they choose to stand.
if somebody else wants to stand up and get rid of something else, we can work on that if you want to. It's okay, you don't have to.
Can you say what you're feeling? Like, I'm putting you on the spot.
I know you are. Yeah, he does that. Yeah, I don't know if you guys know, you've been watching him on the web, but he goes, hey Al, can you do a Zoom at 3? Cool. Okay, I can do a Zoom at 3. I thought it was supposed to be he and I doing this other stuff. Hey, by the way, we're live on Facebook. I look to my left, I see clothes that my wife left on the bed in my office. I'm like, oh my God, hold on just a second. I got my hair down, I'm looking, all kinds of bikerish. I'm looking like I'm part of Sons of Anarchy, and I'm supposed to go live on Facebook with Chad Nicely, the former cop, the clean-cut guy. Anyway, but yeah, he does put me on the spot. Dave?
Yeah, I guess I have a feeling of not deserving some of the things that I want to work towards, because I feel like I let my mother down. And my mother died tragically in 2006, and I don't know how it is exactly she died. And I don't know, it's kind of deep.
Okay,
I have tremendous feelings of guilt and unworthiness because of it.
Okay, so we're going to knock that out real quick. Come on up. We're just going to knock that out real quick. So we're gonna give him the details. Okay, by the way, war vet, right? Iraq?
Yeah.
Yeah, Desert Storm? Okay, so I'm going to bring you over here. Okay, I'm going to muzzle test you, okay? So if you say mom, hold strong. Okay, hold strong. Just say mom.
Mom.
That's like the guilt just coming through, that his mom died tragically, that it's affected him. Has this affected your business?
I'm sure.
Okay. Has this affected your relationships?
Yep.
Okay. Has it been hard to get close to people?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it feels like it's hard to love sometimes, right? Yeah. Okay. By the way, Dave is of the Jewish faith, just so you know, right?
Yes.
Okay, correct. Okay, so just so you guys know, this is all energy. Sing God. Sorry about it. That's the way it is. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm going to help you own this. Okay. So we're at the current time and place right here. Hold your arm out. and we're gonna go through all the way. Let's grab this. Close your eyes. Here we go. Guilt. Guilt about mother passing tragically. Done. Be done with it. Also, there is another issue with death, and it's, this guy had a death scare. We don't have to get into it, but
It's fine.
yeah, somebody crazy tried to kill an American soldier,
Whoa, whoa.
and he was the American soldier.
He's told this story to us
Yeah,
years ago.
yeah, so that's true. At least they're saying it. And the part that he doesn't want to admit, because you're a Marine, right?
Air Force.
Air Force, is they did it to him when he was on rollerblades. So, it's okay. You're still a man. Even though you're on rollerblades. Just kidding. So, I think we're gonna go ahead and grab all the guilt, okay? Hold your hands across each other. He's got clenched fists. You guys notice that? It's clenched fists. This is really, really deep. Okay. Slowly take your hands and put them flat. Move them flat. Put one over the other one. Okay. Saying, I own the fact that I wasn't able to be there for my mom.
I know the fact that I wasn't able to be there for my mom.
I'm complete with holding this guilt.
I'm complete with holding this guilt.
And my mom, who's watching down on me, wouldn't want me to hold it either.
My mom was watching down on me, wouldn't want me to hold this.
So I choose not to hold it,
So I choose not to hold it,
so I can get close to people,
so I can get close to people,
so I can love my wife again how I need to.
love my wife again how I need to,
I can get close to my children,
I can get close to my children,
because I don't have to worry about losing them.
so I don't have to worry about losing them.
And I command this at the deepest levels of my being,
And I command this to the deepest levels of my being.
signed, sealed,
Signed, sealed,
delivered,
delivered.
and I command this out of my spirit,
And I command this out of my spirit,
my body, my soul,
my body, my soul.
and we command for the records. You put it in your library of human experiences,
I command for records, put it in the library of human experiences.
and I am done with this.
And I am done with this.
Okay, Dave. Reach out here. Reach out here. This experience, put your hands out like this, like this. Also, we're going to deal with the death trauma. Okay? We're going to take it all from here to here. This is your time of where you were born, of where your inception was, of where you came in as a soul and a spirit. And here is the current time and place. And you do this for you in generations to come on your bloodline. Close your eyes and slowly close it with strain. Close it, 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 close it. It's tough. It's tough. Close the chapter. Now we're going to do something different because this is a really, really tough thing. And later I'm going to ask you guys for a massive applause for him. Is if we're Dave's friend and we want in his highest and best, we don't want this for him anymore, wouldn't we want him to lock it up and never visit that book again? Okay, Dave, we're going to put a God lock on this book, made out of all the love that you're made of, that you're connected to, and we're going to go ahead and put a hasp on that. We're done with it. So now, let's take it, let's put it in your library. You done? You done? You're really done. Okay, good. Okay, be done. Now, take that book, compress it further, compress it further, compress it further, compress it further. Now it's down to like an SD card. Now it's a micro SD. Now it's a blip. Now it's a grain of sand. Now it's a piece of glass, a little minor piece of glass. So simple. And you're done with it. You're going to put that in your library to be done with it forever. Take it. Like Michael Jordan, put that away in your library. I witnessed it. And so it is. Say, Mom, That's me, I'm a big guy, right? It's all 5 fingers, man, I'm pushing down hard. Mom, okay, half hour ago, Mom, what's wrong? I'm a big guy, 2 fingers. Sorry about it. I know this is weird. This is how it is. Okay. So I took my power back.
I took my power back.
Yeah. My mom wanted me to have my power back.
My mom wants me to have my power back.
And I'm going to share my power
I'm going to share my power
with my family,
with my family,
my friends,
and my friends,
and my community.
and my community.
And I'm going to help go out there and do what I did for the service. I'm going to go out there and save lives.
That's right.
Yes.
That's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. You're real good at calling me out on the spot. Anybody else got anything they want to get rid of? It's okay. You don't have to. You guys feel better? You guys feel better? You don't all have to feel better. Okay. You guys?
All right, so that was a really dynamic with the power that a mom has over, especially her sons.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to say that I know that my son and I fought. You guys have seen pictures of them? Some of you did on Facebook, me with my big guys. I know the power that moms have on their sons, and I know that little boys want to save their mommies. Okay? And so I was going to ask how we women can quit that. I mean, like, we have a control on our boys.
Have a control on your boys?
It's not, I mean,
Then just.
the power that he just experienced, that,
Yeah.
you know, you don't want your mommy to die.
Yeah.
You don't want that.
So, I guess,
I think I got it with him. That was what
Okay.
I wanted to say. I felt like I got a release
well,
as the mom.
you probably did, but come on, real quick. Okay, this will be the last one we'll do, right? Is it cool?
And if you don't
Because we gotta
want it,
get,
it's okay.
here's the whole thing, is we gotta get through this whole mantra, like we haven't even, we're working on other people's, but we haven't even got through that whole thing for everybody, all their issues, so. No, it's fine. No, we're supposed to. Yeah, okay, so it's like I have to have control of
To
myself.
the right, always to the right.
Always to the right, okay. I'm working on it, Mr. DeMille, I'm working on it. Okay, so I have to have control of my boys. Yeah, women just do, you know? You want to make sure, you want to, go out there and treat those girls right, go be kind, don't be a little jerk, don't be a cheater, don't be a liar, don't be all that stuff, and you just be kind and whatever. So they're doing it out of control rather than commanding. So the whole thing is like, it's not ownership. Ownership, you don't own them. Wait, say I own my boys.
I own my boys.
Yep, she owns her boys. Ooh, I mean, you birth them, but you don't own them. So ownership is different when it comes to a person. It's kind of like a possession. So you were the better word is stewardship. Okay, stewardship. Like I'm in stewardship of you guys. I don't own you. I don't control you. I don't command you. But I'm in stewardship. We're in concert here. We're talking. We're speaking. And so, okay, just gonna put your hand on your heart. Okay, say, I am done with owning my boys.
I am done with owning my boys.
I don't need to control them anymore.
I don't need to control them anymore.
Okay, and there's nothing that I can't do that a square kick in the hiney won't create for them.
And there's nothing that I can't do that a square chicken the hiney can create for them.
Yeah. Okay. Wow, she was good at that because I even stumbled. So awesome. And so I've done my job as a mother.
I've done my job as a mother.
I no longer want ownership of them.
I no longer want ownership of them.
And I command a cellular release of this situation.
And I command a cellular release of this situation.
To let my boys be the men that I train them, or that I raise them to be.
To let my men be the men that I raised them to be.
And now I take stewardship of them.
And now I take stewardship of them.
And so it is.
And so it is.
Okay. If you want to say amen, you can say amen.
Amen.
Okay. No harm, right? Okay, so I own my sons? No. I have stewardship of my sons. Hold strong. I have stewardship of my sons. There's 4. There you go. I have stewardship of my sons. Okay, so I have control of my sons? No. I have ownership of my sons? No. I have stewardship of my sons. Okay, 10 minutes ago I have ownership of my sons. Hold strong. There we go. There you go. Yeah, I have ownership of my sons. I have command. I have control. They better do what they got to do because I'm gonna. Yeah, you're a mama bear. That's the problem. Give her a big hand. Okay, where are we at? Okay.
So hold on a minute.
Okay.
Hold on a minute. Okay, so look, when we think we're done, I always ask him, I'm like, Alan, ask if we're done. And he goes, yeah, we're done. I said, test it. Nope, there's one more thing.
Okay.
So I want you to test that. Are we done with that?
Okay, are we done with
Or is there something else?
Says we're done.
Okay.
Yeah. I got this thing falling apart over here. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we're done for now. This is, I always say for now. There's a certain point where you guys are where, like, we can't take it anymore. It just doesn't happen anymore. We don't need it. And so, okay. This is about, it's not quite half the class and half the class. So, this is, I just wanted you guys to be aware of something that a lot of people don't realize what they're doing. And so I want you to have half the room stand up. Half the room. How about just the right hand side? My right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so turned around, just sweating up here. Okay. Okay. So then the other half of the room stand up. It's around half. And so you guys all want a lot of clients, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if we start with these 30 people that are in the room, these are our potential clients, right? If we get in front of 30 people, they're our potential clients, right? Okay. So this half of the room, if you start posting on Facebook about the orange guy, sit down. Sit down. The whole half of the room. I'm not saying you support it, I'm just saying, just if you're red or you're supporting, I'm just saying this half of the room, sit down. Just pretend that you're for the red guy and that. So just sit down. Okay. Just everybody. I should have just told everybody except for him. Okay. So if you're posting stuff on Facebook about your political views and what you want to do and what you want to create and all this other stuff, how many clients did you just lose? So wait, more than half. So it would work the same the other way too, right? Posting about one side or the other. What that is the law of division. Divide and conquer. So here's your potential amount of clients, but you piss them off because here's the thing. Regardless if you guys think so or not, people will check you out. They'll check you out online. They're going to see what you say, what you think, who you like. So if you like anybody on Facebook, like somebody from both parties. It doesn't matter if they're polar opposites. They could be medium people, whatever. It's just the point of it is, I just wanted you guys to understand that by spouting off or saying those kinds of things, or even just trying to be kind and trying to have some like intelligent conversation, the fact is that you probably know 500 people that are on your Facebook list, and the rest, the other 3,000, you have no idea who they are, where they come from, and what their values are, but they're ready to start a fight with you no matter what. So now let's start swearing on Facebook a little bit. Let's go ahead and swear. Okay, you four sit down. Two guys in the front, and Miriam. Start swearing on Facebook. How many potential clients do you have out of 30 now? 7, right? Okay. Then how about if you start talking about other religions? Sit down, those three guys. There you go. Okay. And how about hating the Patriots? Sit down. Sit down, Fred. I know he hates them. So, okay, where are your potential clients at? 2. Let me ask you, what's your close rate? Are you closing 1 out of 10 people, or 2 out of 10, or 50%? If you close 50% of the people, sit down. Sit one guy. We got 1 client out of 30. We have divided our whole client base because of some opinion that we have. Understand that your beliefs and your personal opinions are going to affect other people, just like the energy in the room affected people. We all affected people on a high vibrational level because we're rooting for each other. We don't want each other holding all this crap and this pain and this garbage, right? So when we're not rooting for people, we're going ahead and we're pushing people down. It's a low vibrational thing, and you're eliminating your client base. So I would tell you guys, if you have anything that you would deem slightly inappropriate, even if it's Saturday Night Live and a funny skit and all this other stuff, keep it to yourself. Go ahead and just go back off of your social media, all your social media, and just, you don't have to unlike it, just hide it. Just hide it, keep it to yourself. If you think it's something that's really funny or it's dirty or whatever, I got this buddy that sends me these dirty things and I'm like, the 16-year-old in me is giggling my head off about that. But, you know, the dad in me goes, that's not right. So the point of it is, I didn't take it and share it to my wall. So just go back and clean up the mess because you're eliminating your clientele.
Yeah, I make more posts to myself than I do to others. I just put that little lock on it because I want to be reminded.
Yeah.
But nobody sees it.
Okay. So if it's, you can put a lock on it if it's really something that important. But the whole point is, it's like, if you think about it, the people you're going to sit down with, they're going to be different age, different race, different height, different weight, different. The only thing that makes you similar is that you're human. But otherwise, you know, you don't realize it, but you're sitting across from another unicorn. We're all unicorns. We're all different. We're all different shades and ideas and values and whatever. So let's just not eliminate. You know, when you get to be good enough friends and you find out that you're polar opposites politically, you can at least be kind about it. And like, well, you know what? I hate that guy. He likes the orange guy, or I hate this guy because he likes whatever. He likes Bernie Sanders, but he sure brings leads into my business, so the son bitch is okay with me, right? So anyway, that was really, really important. So this was okay, B2B. That was the client multiplier or client division. Now the multiplier is just lead conversion system, business to business. That you guys understand that you guys had the potential. You were in front of 30 people, but we eliminated people. So the point of it is you go back and clean your mess, you can multiply your clients. Go back and clean up the mess. I wanted to show you a pretty neat thing that I found out about lead conversions, or about Everlisten. So Chad and I were working about, and speaking about Everlisten, and he said, you know what, lead conversion system is a better fit for most of the people that are going to be in my workshops. He said because a lot of people just don't get Everlisten, even though they know that this is what it does and what it can do for people. So I just just do one finger at a time. Just say, think of a gift, talent, or ability that you have that you can teach somebody, right? So for me, I can teach somebody how to play guitar. I can teach somebody how to work on Pro Tools, recording. I can teach somebody how to be a morning DJ. I can teach somebody how to be a podcaster. I can teach somebody how to do this kind of work. There's a lot of things that I can do. You know, I can teach somebody how to do roofing. That was a long 30 years ago. But the point of it is there are 5 things that I could do. I'm sure are there 5 things that you're good at? 5 things 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 you're good at? You can go down the whole point. So if we have 30 people in here, and there's 5 things that they're good at, how many potential sales do you have in Everlisten of the 30 people that you chose not to divide? 150? There's a lot of people out there that have a retirement set up, or that would just love to teach a course on something. You guys videotape it, put it out there. I don't think people understand the business to expert, how you can sell Everlesson with that, and then how you can piggyback it with lead conversion system. It's B2E. You work for a chiropractor, right? Okay, so your chiropractor could teach something, right? Okay, so he could teach something. Now certainly there's, I don't know, is it SEC, or there's certain like medical boards. Yeah, HIPAA, okay, so there's certain kinds of things you can teach and you can't teach and all that other stuff. You guys have to figure that out. Just make sure you have your NDAs and all those kinds of documents that you need to have in order to do that right. But the point of it is, I know a ton of people that know how to do things that I would love for them to share with people. And if they don't do it, their legacy dies, but a lot of people don't learn that business. Whatever it is accounting or financial planning or whatever it is. So that's my point, is I just wanted to give you guys that light bulb there. That those people are wanting to do something too. I got a half dozen things that I'm gonna do within Everlesson as well. So anyway, see where else are we going with this? Okay.
Let me go.
Sure.
Personally, I just had an aha thing I was going to share. Personally,
This is a light bulb, by the way. It's not a light bulb, it's a light bulb.
I had a heart attack in 2011, and I've been trying to boil down the things that I've learned from that. Well, I've started running into people who have different medical conditions. Somebody who's got chronic kidney disease, and she publishes books, and somebody who's, different dieting things, and people that all. And I'm really surprised at how many people, as individuals, just ordinary people, have gone and done a ton of research and figured out how to deal with their personal health issues. And like in my case, I asked my doctors, they turn and they won't even answer me. I mean, there's so much, I don't know how to say, fraud going on in our medical system. There's they're going down these set of tracks and they can't go off them. But there's so many solutions that don't lie on these tracks. I know a woman who just cured herself of cancer. And I'm just there's so many people like that, and a lot of people want to
Yeah, a ton of people want to sell their stories. Cancer survivors, wouldn't that be amazing if you were able to, how fulfilling would that be if you were able to record somebody and help them put an Everlesson course out? How many lives would you save?
That's what I'm just mentioning. And these are people passionate about it.
Absolutely, because they've been through it.
Yeah, they've been through hell.
They've been through hell. And so, listen, that's a whole other ballgame, and it's so sad that our medical, they want to give us $150,000 worth of chemo when there's something somewhere in an Amazon jungle that we could take for a week and we'd just be just fine. Really weird, but yeah, certainly the people that are passionate about something. If real estate agents, if you see a real estate agent that's on TV or an attorney that's on TV, if they're passionate about something, that's a place to start as well. So I wanted you guys to realize that something is hugely incorrect with how we view things or people, but that people are positive or negative. There's no, positive, we need positive and negative ions and cells to go through our atoms to make ourselves. It's positive, but we've been sold that positive and negative. Positive, and he's a positive person, I don't want to hang out with him. Is there a chance that a negative person or being in a relationship with a negative person has done something positive for you? It did for me. If I didn't get out of that, I wouldn't be with my wife. It's negative, hurtful. It's a propulsion device. But the point of it is if we start to think about things as being expansive or contractive. So if somebody is a negative person, or quote what we call a negative person, understand that they're just contractive. They're in their contraction. Honor their contraction. They want to throw a fit. They want to act all crazy. If they want to be stupid, that's fine. Let them be. That's okay, honor it. They're being contracted. It puts judgment out of it. You're not judging. And so, expansive people, here's the thing, the universe is in expansion. All the scientists say the universe is in expansion. So, why wouldn't we want to be like the rest of nature? Or let's just go ahead and fight against the grain. Let's go ahead and just be contracted. I just want to be mad. Okay? The good thing about contraction is even in physics, compressing an atom, and compressing it, eventually there's going to be an explosion, a nuclear explosion, right? So that's compress. So sometimes we're in our darkest days of where we're being compressed. We're being held down, we're being squeezed. And then eventually it goes, boom. So that's how we feel. Sometimes we feel like we're in so much darkness when we're being entrepreneurial. But understand that compression, there's a reason for it. It's a negative thing, it feels hurtful, and eventually it can come to the point where it's ready to pop, and you'll pop. So, trade something less for than something greater. Let's for something greater, okay, then maybe again. Sounded weird. I need to read these things before I go through them. So what is this? Okay, so this is making your choices binary. So I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, but understand that you need to make your choices binary. We all do. It's easy to make a left or a right. It sucks when we don't know if we need to make a left or a right. So if we say, I need to do these 3 things, no, whittle it down to 2. You know, I want to hang out with expansive people, or I'm willing to deal with contracted people for a little while, but I'm going to hang out with the most expansive people I can. The people that have the great ideas, mindset. So it's just, I kind of do that MCB thing and those kinds of things so you guys can remember, just make choices binary. It's not a great acronym, it just is what it is. Okay. Bless you. Here's a big one. If it doesn't create wealth, if it doesn't create joy, or if it isn't providing education, I do not need it. I cut that out of my life. Now, earlier, I said one of the most important things you can do is decide when you run into a bad situation is learn or lose. It sucks when you're in a bad situation. It sucks when you have to talk to somebody that is a dark cloud. It sucks when you have to meet with a business owner that's been screwed by every marketer in your town. It sucks. But it doesn't matter because you're going to learn from it. You're going to go tell that person that you're going to deliver and you're going to make it work. So understand that you're going to be in tough situations. But if it doesn't put money in your pocket, food on the table, bring you joy or something to learn, then just you don't need it. So that'll stop some of the Facebook rabbit holes and things like that we've gone through. There's no reason to engage in that stuff. There's no reason to engage. Here's one of the biggest curses on the planet: perfection, judgment. I'm going to start blowing through these. It's our programming. It's our misunderstanding what a sacrifice is. So if you work 15 hours a day, 3 jobs, but it puts your kids in a better position than you've ever been, they're getting a better education, then is it really a sacrifice? It's not really less than. You're not giving away your life. Put down the cross. It was carried over 2,000 years ago. You know, if you believe that, then put down the cross. You're not a victim. And just because you make mistakes, you're not a failure. Our programming, we talked about that a little bit in depth earlier. But the fact that we have to control everything. If you control everything, then you're in command of nothing. It's the polar opposite. I want to be in control. I gotta be in control of my woman, I gotta be in control of my life, I gotta be in control. These are things that have been sold, that we've had input over and over and over again through our whole lives. And so we need the opposite. So when we talk about judgment, I want to get through this, is that judgment is different than discernment, but some disguise one for the other. Judgment where's that at? Hold on. Judgment is different than discernment. Judgment is where there's anger. He did this, so he's this, and he's going to hell, and he's this, and he's a bad person. Discernment is just deciding that it doesn't work for you. It doesn't. You're deciding something without anger. You're deciding with your left brain, the common sense. So sometimes when we think we're judging, we're discerning. And sometimes when we're discerning, we're really judging. Once you add anger to discernment, you're judging. And so to keep yourselves out of judgment, just choose. So-and-so, they're having a big pot party next door with and there's naked girls and there's this, that, and the other, or whatever. They're bad and they're going to hell. That's judgment. Discernment is like, man, that's something that a married man wouldn't do, so I'm not doing it. Fun for them, not for me. Not willing to go ahead and give up half my 401k and this awesome life with this awesome woman that I created for 5 minutes of stupidity. So, perfection is with anger, damnation, and punishment. So, we judge ourselves, we judge our clients, we judge people around us. Less, better for us, right? Okay. Excellence is to be with thought and care and respect. We fell into the perfection trap that we have to be excellent. Chad, are you perfect?
Yes.
Is Oprah perfect? Tom Brady? Let's go through the list. Muhammad Ali? No. But they're all excellent. And so if you start noticing other people's excellence, they're going to notice that in you. Don't worry about being perfect. You can never be perfect. I'm trying to be perfect in God's eyes. Good luck with that. Good luck. And so, trade perfection for excellence. Just be excellent. In fact, you guys don't even have to worry about the money that you're going to make. Just be excellent. And you can provide a service. Part of our problem is that we're always looking to the future without being present, and we're being programmed by our past. And so once we start taking ownership of that and stewardship, this is a life of duality. Either we're going to do our clients right or we're not going to. We're going to do them right on every level. Some of these things I'm going to, we already dealt with guilt. Okay. I came up with some goofy acronyms. Guilt, gasping underwater is life-taking. I don't know, it's not great.
I think it's pretty
But
good.
the whole thing is guilt. Gasping underwater is life-taking. So why do you want to carry that? I feel guilty about this and guilty about that, guilty about that. How can you sell anything? Let's see what else I got here. Pain is power accessed in the negative. When when we're just soaking up our pain. When we don't get rid of it, when we bury it, we don't acknowledge it, when we don't sit down with somebody when we're hurting. I am going to do a few more of these and then we're going to jump way ahead. This is another one I couldn't really come up with great, but I'm just going to. Apathy. Just write the word down, apathy. Don't worry about my goofy little acronym. Apathy is when the point of when life is just kicking your butt so much, you just kind of just don't care anymore. You know, so you become apathetic to anything. What do you want to eat? I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know, I'm broken. You know? So the point of it is you want to have apathy or are you going to have glory? What do you want to have? Glory, right? So, I thought this was pretty clever, but you guys don't have to agree with me. But grind is go regardless in never-ending doom. That's what some of us do, right? Entrepreneurs. Go regardless in never-ending doom. To hell and not really, you're not going to infinity and beyond. It's grind. Go regardless of never-ending doom. That's what it feels like. Chad, how does grinding feel?
No comment.
No comment.
Yeah, no, it doesn't feel good.
He grinds more than anybody I know. It's unbelievable. We're getting him past grinding, but it's a lot of stuff. You're gonna get him past the grind. So the present is now, and the present is a gift. That's one of those words that is correct. The present, it's a gift, it's now. When is the right time to call a client? Now, right? When's the time to take action? Yeah. So don't hesitate. I'm going to teach you guys how to trick the little lizard brain in the back of your mind that says, well, if I go now, then somebody's going to look at me and then somebody's going to judge me and then they're probably going to think that I'm too gray and I'm too old and I'm too short and I'm too this and I'm too that. Never go. It's because we don't understand that that's all we got is now, man. And we're blowing it. A lot of us are blowing it. I've wasted many, many years and many, many breaths. Oh, there's the 5-second rule. Okay. Mel Robbins. Everybody know Mel Robbins? Some people know Mel Robbins?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep, she's the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 girl. She's the launch girl. She figured out that she needed 5 seconds to train your brain to jump past the little lizard brain, the little limbic cortex that's at your brain stem. That's the little thing, the fight or flight. It controls, it's the fight, flight, freedom, or no, it's fear, it's freezing, it's fornication too. It's that. So I was thinking, well, the lizard doesn't make a lot of good choices. So the 5-second rule, I'm going to teach you a way to go ahead and get over those situations when you get in a stressful situation, okay? So what you have to do is you have to trick the voice that's stopping you in your head. When you don't want to do something, you have 5 seconds. It's been proven scientifically. Mel Robbins made a living out of this concept. And still makes a living out of it and makes tons of money speaking all over the world, lecturing about the 5-second rule. And so you have 5 seconds to train to trick the lizard. Okay? So fear's coming up. Okay. Everybody know false evidence appearing real? Okay. That's a real common one. Okay. You gotta trick the lizard, trick the fear, trick the parent, trick the voice that's stopping you. Okay? Here's the system, your ESP. Okay. I think I'll use Zohela. Can you come on? Can you come on? Okay, so if I say, hi, I'm here to provide value to you because I have this lead service, and you'd say, okay, I know you.
Yes, I know you.
Okay. You're the guy I saw on Facebook.
You're the guy I saw on Facebook.
You're the guy that elevates the orange guy to all the levels that pisses me off.
Yeah, everything that pisses me off.
Ooh.
From that orange guy.
The orange guy, yeah, the orange guy and the red hat guy, and then orange hat. Okay, orange hats piss you off too. Oh, geez. Okay, so I got a lot of things. So me, I could go, well, you know what? Blah, blah, blah. It's right, build the wall, whatever it is. I'm not trying to pick political arguments here. I'm saying that that's the most divisive thing in our world right now. That's why I'm using it for an example. Because it's not going to be this hard when you guys get in front of a client. They're going to say, well, you know what? All these marketers screwed me, right? All these marketers screwed me. Yeah, they said they could give me leads. They didn't bring me any clients. They didn't bring me any value. They said they were going to, I paid a guy $5,000 to go ahead and shoot a course for me. I paid somebody, Chad, correct me if I'm wrong, but somebody paid $70,000 to another guru type guy to create a course and she didn't get it at all. Pretty brutal, right? Ooh, just imagine if that's who I have to come up to and tell them about how great this lead system and how great Everlist is. What kind of blowback am I going to get from that person, right? Chad was able to handle it. And so how you have to work with this is elevate the conversation. Elevate. Take it up in the level. Take it up a level. And so when somebody says, I'm mad at the orange guy, or I'm mad at the guy in the red, or I'm mad at the guy in the White House, or whatever it is, whatever the conversation that comes up, you could go ahead and say, well, you know what? I mean, that's what they're doing, but that doesn't really bother me. I can go ahead, what I want to do is bring you leads. I want to go ahead and help your business. And you and I may have some differences, you know, you like meat, I like fish, I'm you're a vegetarian, I'm not, whatever it is, you know, but, so you elevate. And this is a way you could problem solve with your spouses as well. Because I know when the dishes start clanging at home, that I have to elevate myself and sit up and go, well, apparently I'm supposed to understand what that means. So I have a third language, it's called clanging dish speak. And when the dishes clang, then I'm elevate. Now this is going, this thing's breaking again.
Can't be that fast.
What can't be that fast? No, this.
I have something to add on that, because this happened to me recently.
Okay.
Huge influencer, huge. But they chased me down, and I got on a call with them, and I was like, here's what I can do for you, you do your part, I'll bring you leads, we'll build out your course, we'll build out the community for you, we'll do all this stuff. Like, my main thing is I want to work with this guy because I know you're going to make a difference, like in the lives of millions of people. You have the audience, now you need to learn how to monetize it and do better, right? And I'm like, well, you sound just like the other guys. So we've been told this 100 times. Nobody can deliver, right? And so, actually, what I said to him, I don't know if this is proper, I don't know if this is what I would recommend to you guys. I said, well, let me prove it. That's all I'll do. I won't take any money from you. You just let me prove what I can do. And within 3 sessions, I got a text message today, hey, we're going to meet with you, we know what you're doing.
Oh, wow.
But something else came from it, and they said, and we'd also like to introduce you to so-and-so, and you'll be getting a call from this lady too. So I'm like, if they had paid me up front and I would have gone and put my best foot forward, I don't think I would have got those referrals. I think something happened where I proved myself and I proved I wasn't after the money. First. I mean, you take the money out of it, I'm not interested anymore, but I'm saying that wasn't the #1 goal.
Amazing, right? You guys have known, I know exactly who he's talking about. And eventually he'll let you know. Maybe in a couple weeks, he'll say, guys, whoever was in my class on my birthday, the guy that I was talking about is, boom. That's what he had to do to overcome those objections. So he elevated the conversation. He offered something different, a different solution. So elevate, and then shift your position.
You know what else is weird is, like, I've always been one that can manifest really quick, but I picture this guy in a Facebook ad saying, I tried everybody, and that is the only guy you can trust, the only guy you can get results. Like, I already see the script. I can already picture him saying that. And so I know it's gonna be.
Yeah, I've heard them say those kinds of things. And so when you take those and put those all together, it's gonna happen. It's absolutely gonna happen. Third is pivot. Elevate, shift, pivot. So when you come back with, well, I don't like your politics, then I say, well, I understand that, but understand that I'm not hardcore and I'm this, that, and the other. I'm going to go ahead and provide you value. And then shift focus to something else. Here's the value. This is what I'm giving you. Give a gift. Give your advice, whatever. And then during that point, just pivot. Pivot, 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 shift, pivot. Elevate, shift, pivot. And you can use that to problem solve. And it works every time. It diffuses a lot of fights, diffuses a lot of issues, problems. Okay. So one of the last things that we'll do before we get into the math, thank you, by the way, I'm sorry, is raising your vibration. Some people, you call it raising the mood in the room, raising the vibration. You hear the song, the Beatles song, Good Vibrations. There's truth to that. When you go to California Adventure and you walk around, you hear all the Beast Boys music, you can't help but kind of feel happy. When you hear the song Happy, you kind of can't help but feel happy, right? You hear the song Celebration, you can't. So those people, so think about this, you guys. Those people creating their excellence took from when they were little kids learning music, creating, writing songs, and that excellence is coming through the guitars, through the strings, through the drum set, through the voice. They're excellent. And that raises your vibration. So one way to raise your vibration is using different vocabulary. Quit saying trying, quit saying doing, quit saying can't. I can't switch your vocabulary for you. You have to understand that you have to say power words. They have to come out of your mouth. I can't do it. Instead of saying I can't do something, say, well, what I can do is this. Well, you can't do that? Now, what I would rather do is this. Offer them an alternative solution. I can't do that. Can you meet me at, Chad could say, hey, Alan, can you meet me at 10:30? Well, I'd rather meet you at 11:30. I'm going to take my kids somewhere, blah, blah, blah. So I'm able not to anger anybody. I'm able to give them an answer. It angers people more that you can't give an answer. Or that I can't do that. The word can't is related to all the other times that they've heard can't. So part of it is using the power words in the vocabulary. Man, I have shoved down, I put in a 3-day or 4-day seminar in just less than a day. So we're going to get through this as quick as we can. Okay. Second, what raises your vibration are your interests. Okay, your interests. You can say, I used to do this. I like to do that. If you like animals, or I like Great Danes, I like puppies, watch them on YouTube. Don't, unless you got room in your backyard for 18 of them, then don't worry about being your own shelter business in your backyard. But my point of it is your interests. Also reach back to childhood when things felt really good about doing something. And one thing, I loved to fish when I was a kid. I loved to play baseball. When I get a chance to play softball, it takes me back to just an amazing feeling time. When I fish, I just enjoy it. I just do. It raises my vibration. I'm not angry at anybody. I don't have to talk to anybody. I can just chill, be myself. Okay. There's a breathing exercise that I'm going to go ahead and teach you guys. And let me ask you this. Okay.
You can ask them if they want it first.
Do they want it?
Yeah.
Yes.
I really need to get some audience engagement here.
Engagement. Okay. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, I get it. Okay. So
So if you guys want this breathing exercise, can you guys raise your hand? Can you raise your hand? Do you want to raise your hand? Okay, awesome. Okay,
I can raise my hand.
there we go. Okay, so can you imagine a fire, like a fireplace? Can you imagine a fireplace? Who's never seen a fireplace here? Put your hands. Oh, okay, everybody's seen a fireplace. Awesome. Okay, you know what a bellows is? You know what the bellows is, right? It's like the accordion thing, right? Air comes in one way and goes out the same way. And what does it do? Does it keep the fire stoked? Does it put more oxygen into the fire? Absolutely, right? It's how to keep it going. It's how to get it as hot as you can get it so it'll keep on burning, correct? Okay. It's called the breath of fire in some yogi techniques. I've heard people call it the God breath. And I know some of the most amazing healers in the world use it to warm up themselves, to heal people, to help people. These are the people that do the laying on of hands. If you guys have ever heard about this, how people do that type of thing, where they get together in prayer groups, church groups, or whatever. There's a way to breathe. So if you breathe regular, if there was a device that comes out one side and goes out the other, would it work as good on the fire? Would it bring all the oxygen as it was coming out of two areas? Not really. Or it would have to go longer through one area and come out the other area. So what I'm talking about is humans, right? A lot of us don't take deep enough breaths. We just don't. And so I'm going to tell you that this is probably one of the best ab exercises that you will ever have. And what it is you hold your mouth closed and breathe in. Actually, you know what? Why don't I get a volunteer? Somebody who wants to learn this. Okay, come on up.
They should all stand too while they're doing this.
Do it? Okay, everybody stand. We're going to go ahead and do this together. Okay, so what you do is you breathe, hold your mouth closed, and breathe out of your nose. Now, I'm going to preface this by, if you start feeling a little lightheaded, then stop, because you're doing it too fast. So, but the point of it is here's how you do it. You hold your hand on your solar plexus area, and just breathe in and out of your nose, and you would go like this. Now, I'm at the point of where I go, I'm like a choo-choo train. Anyway, what that is it's bringing a lot of oxygen in, a lot of oxygen out, or in just quick. So what it is, it brings a lot of fuel in, a lot of breath in. And what you can do for this is, if you start feeling tired in the evening, or like you had a 2:30 crash or whatever that is, you do this exercise. You do it for 20 seconds at a time, and you do it 3 times. So it's just 20 seconds like this. Right? Just keep on going. I don't have a 20-second. I don't have a timer. But the point of it is, and you do that 3 times in succession, you will find that is like a shot of your 5-hour energy real quick. If you, all of a sudden you'll get that. And so what it does, there you go. Yeah, make sure you don't pass out. But you do it 3 times. And so if you want to start your day that way, wake up in the morning, thank you, I'm here. And it gets your blood flowing, it gets a lot of oxygen in your system, and it also creates that power that you can go ahead and create. It's a hell of an ab exercise, so when you do that. By the way, like, I don't go to the gym or anything, but here, just push it. I don't work out here. Yeah, we're like that, right? We can do that. Nobody's gonna think we're weird. So, but the whole thing is like, okay, so do that. You feel that?
Yeah, you're just engaging that core. And so if you're doing that 3 times a day, or you're doing that, you're on your way to a business meeting, and you're like, oh, no, this is like the 7th time that I've had this meeting with this person, and they're not going to do, you're just talking yourself out of it. The whole thing is just take your energy back and your power back. You know, that's what you can do to do that. And listen, if the yogis can do it, why can't you? We just don't use it. We don't access it. We don't figure out different ways to do it. You know, people think, oh, you have to be sitting around in a diaper and doing this. It's not, you know, or whatever their trip is. And so, also raising your vibration it's not only just your breath, but it's your excellence. So who wants their excellence, right? Who's going to own their excellence, right? Everybody. So raising your vibration, your vocabulary, your interests, doing the breath, and then owning your excellence, and looking at excellence. Look at excellence in others. Don't look at Ellen is the perfect host. She's not. She's an excellent comedian. She's an excellent host. She's an excellent person. She's an excellent dancer. Whatever it is. But just notice people's excellence, and they'll notice excellence in you. Okay? So, anyway, have a seat. Thanks. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to have to skip through a lot of these things. Let me go ahead and I'm just going to... Time? Yeah. Okay. Let me, I'm going to escape this. Let me see where I need to go down with you guys. Okay, this is really important. I'm going to start sharing this one. And I'm actually going to just jump back and forth to different slides. Okay. It'll come in. Okay. This is the 7 steps of entrepreneurial integrity. You can apply it to whatever else you want to apply it to. It's that you do what you say, and you say what you mean, and that 80 song, one thing leads to another, right? The fix. Anyway, I'm dating myself. But the point of it is own your part immediately. When you have a problem, you can't make it. Oh my God, I can't make it. You know, the cow jumped over the moon, I can't make it. Own it immediately. Own your part in it. You don't have to own everybody's part. I apologize immediately. I'm not trying to avoid you. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. So apologize quickly. Here's where entrepreneurs get stuck. The delivery code. Delivery code. You overpromise and underdeliver. We all do it. So, in your mind, say, I could get it done by next Tuesday. Don't tell anybody you can get it done by next Tuesday. Things happen. Life happens. You don't want to be a liar. You don't want to be a person that doesn't deliver. That in itself will get you to deliver. So times 3. If it's going to take you 5 days, it's going to take you 2 weeks. Being 90% truth, you can't be in 100% truth. All I'm here to tell you is nobody can be in 100% truth. You can be what you feel is 100% truth. There was a situation recently, my wife is actually a real estate agent, and she has a client that was really, really an unreasonable person that decided that a good time to sell their house was in the 4th quarter, right before Christmas. And the guy had a couple $1,000s left to his name. He was losing his mind about getting his check, because my wife actually was able to sell it in the 4th quarter. But the point of it was, she goes, I can't tell him that they're not going to pay until 3 days later. I can't tell him that. Okay, well, what can you tell him? Take the 10% of the time for you to figure it out. 10% of the time, just like, listen, you don't tell somebody immediately. it's not that you're holding back, it's that you're not wanting somebody to lose their mind, to hurt somebody, to go ahead and fire you, to go ahead. So what I'm saying is 90% still an A, right? A minus, right? No? Okay, A minus is good enough, right? Then the 10% you have to figure out. You know, if you go to somebody, 3 or 4 of these people, and you make a promise, I'm going to get this thing to get done. Well, I didn't hear from Zohala, I didn't hear from so-and-so, I didn't hear from so-and-so. Okay, don't tell your client that. Say, just make another call, or just give her a chance to respond to you. Maybe she's got something going on. Maybe she's doing something for somebody else. So the point of it is just take that other 10%. But whatever you deliver, whatever you're wanting to deliver, just go ahead and just times 3, you'll be fine. There's a magic number in 3s. So, let's see. ICM is, you take whatever you're inputting, you create something, and the awesome things that happen because you created those things, a manifestation. Chad had an idea about a software. He came up with it, created it for himself, his business. And the manifestation was that thousands of people across the world are using the system to make millions and millions of dollars. And some people are making $10,000 a month, $20,000 a month, but you know what? It means a lot to them. This creation manifested. This is one of the lesser important slides, so let me see what I can get back down to.
Let's take a break, Alan.
Okay, want to take a break?
They're all standing, so yeah.
Take 15. Okay, cool. All right, we'll see you guys in 15. And we're going to do our, we'll do our closing mantra and get everybody out of their heads, and then we'll go from there.
Celia's point, I'll bring it up to her as well. I wanted to tell her yesterday, but I was on the phone. Is that, I go to